Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This week we are talking about bracketing. If you've watched any of my videos, you have probably heard me talk about or reference bracketing out in the field. So what is bracketing? Bracketing is basically just shooting a sequence of the same image but at multiple exposures. So you'll shoot one that's right on the right exposure, and then you'll shoot one or two or three, whatever you want to do, that are lower, sequentially underexposed, and then shoot one, two, or three images that are sequentially overexposed. And then you'll take those images, you can either blend them in Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever program you're using for post-processing, or you can just use the one that you like the best, the exposure that you like the best, and roll with that. So it's a very handy tool, especially if you're in a hurry, you're out in the field, or if you have a high dynamic range of light on your scene. Without further ado, let's jump right into the D850 and I'll show you how I do my bracketing. Okay, first thing we want to do is understand where the bracket button, the command dial, and the sub-command dials are on your camera. And in this case, I'm using my Nikon D850. As shown in this image, you can see the bracket button and the sub-command dial are on the front side of the camera, while the command dial is on the back side of the camera and it will be turned with your thumb. Okay, the first thing we'll do is set the increments of exposure difference between the bracketed images. To do this, we're going to press and hold the bracket button, and we'll rotate the sub-command dial with your pointer finger until the number in the upper right corner of the LCD screen is at your desired number. Okay, now we are set for one stop between brackets. Now let's set the number of images we want to go with. For example, if we choose 3 images here, we will capture one image at the optimal exposure, and then one image that is one stop below, and then one image that is one stop over that, giving us a total of 3 images with a dynamic range of 3 total stops apart. The D850 actually offers up to a 9-shot bracket, which is going to give you 4 above and 4 below the optimal exposure. I can tell you, in my many years of using the D850, the highest number of brackets that I've gone with is 7. So again, we're going to press and hold the bracket button with our left hand pointer finger, and using our right hand thumb we'll rotate the main command dial right or left to get to the desired number of frames we want for our bracket. My recommendation is to go with 3 or 5 brackets, as that will be suitable for almost every situation. Alright, now we are set up to shoot. If you're on a tripod, go ahead and use the self-timer mode by pressing the lock button on the top left of the D850 and then rotate the dial to the self-timer setting. Within the timer settings of the D850 menu, you should choose a 2-second timer. Now just check your composition, check your focus, and press the shutter release. The D850 will do the rest. But if you're handheld, you can still shoot brackets. Just change the release mode from timer setting to continuous high. While holding the camera relatively tightly to your eye, tuck your elbows into your side, so you're basically turning your body into a human tripod. And you're getting 3 anchor points for maximum stability. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, stay steady as you can and hit and hold the shutter release until you hear the number of shots that you set in your bracket being shot. For handheld bracketing, I would recommend a minimum shutter speed of about 160th of a second. Make sure you don't have camera shake. And that's all there is to it, really. So here are some bracketed shots just to give you some examples. First, here's a set of brackets that are one stop apart. Now a set of brackets of the same scene that are two stops apart. And now we're going to shoot the same scene again, but three stops apart. Alright, hey everybody, that is gonna do it for this week, and that's bracketing. So I hope you got something out of it, and if you did, please hit the old like button. And if you haven't already, now would be a beautiful day to hit the old subscribe button and stick around for next week's video and long after that. So yeah, with that, I am Garrick, and I am your very best friend in the whole wide world. So let your friends know I'm out here. Hit the old subscribe, hit the like, all that fun stuff, and we will see you next week, folks. Have a great week ahead. We'll see you. Bye-bye.